Good morning from the West. Cari Champion here. David Lloyd in the East, where it's afternoon. Thank you for joining us here on Coast to Coast. So, David, from my understanding, we will be talking about O.J. Simpson. We got full team coverage on that in the parole hearing. However, there is some breaking news.
Yes, Cari, we've been talking a lot about it. The Cavs, LeBron, Kyrie may be a little frustrated. Kyrie called it a very peculiar offseason for the team this year, and maybe they're doing something to add a piece that might help them contend with the Warriors and the rest in the West.
You know, David, it's interesting because for so long after his first injury, ACL tear, we wanted to see him come back and be that MVP guy he was in 2010 and 2011. And unfortunately, it hasn't worked out. Hopefully, this is a situation in which he can go, and LeBron is always known for making people better. This is a situation where he can go, and I think they can mutually help one another. I don't know how far this will work. I know that he had been talking with other teams, the Bucks, the Clippers, but I'd like to see him go somewhere and really do well. You know what I mean? I think he deserves that.
It would be nice. He's certainly not the guy he once was, but a very nice player, had a good season for the Knicks, and we'll see how it plays out. Meanwhile, Cari, we at 1 o'clock Eastern, fast approaching 10 a.m. Pacific, that's when the parole board hearing starts for O.J. Simpson. Let's get you caught up the timeline of events on that.
From now. So walk me through this. Explain the process. What can we expect?
Cari, the commission chairman, Connie.
7 commissioners involved in these hearings, but today there's only 6. Does that play out in this? How does that affect this situation with O.J. Simpson?
If they don't get a
Ryan Smith joins us now. So Ryan, what will the board be looking at specifically when it comes to his hearing today?
Well, Cari, I think the biggest thing they're looking at is what he did behind bars. What's been his performance?
But I can't help but to think that the double murder trial will come up in some sort of way. Will it be subliminal or will it be obvious?
I love the way you asked that, because I think it could be subliminal, in which case we...
So he's done 9 years of the maximum 33, and that was the minimum. In your opinion, do you believe, and I'm just asking your legal opinion here, do you believe O.J. Simpson will be paroled at 70 years old?
Cari, I think he will be, and here's why. Dealing with somebody's discretion.
You're absolutely correct in that. So let's just work with the what ifs here. What if he is released? What does life look like for O.J. Simpson outside of prison?
Okay, so a lot of people think that if he's released, he can...
Yeah, that's fair, and thank you for pointing that out for us, because, you know, most of us think that once you're released, you're good. All right, I appreciate that, Ryan. Thank you for joining us here on SportsCenter Coast to Coast. And don't forget, I'm asking some folks in studio, and
I think that's bad. That's not considered good form. I saw that Josie's girlfriend said that I'm the only one that's
all good.
I think he got away with 1 or 2 there. Yeah. So
but we saw it. We saw it here. Can you go
have
back?
Video. I don't think you can go back and reissue retroactively a red card or yellow card or anything. I don't know the rules there as far as that goes.
You could do that in golf. Did it not happen earlier on the women's tour? Remember?
Yes. Yeah. All the people watching at home, they can assess, call up and assess violations and all that kind of stuff. I don't know if it works that way in soccer. But anyway, that was bad form. We do not approve of that, Cari Champion.
That's a no. Okay, thanks, David.
All right.
David, coming up next, we're about 30 minutes away from O.J. Simpson's parole hearing. That will air live right here on this network on OTL. But first, the undefeated's Jason Reed will join us. He's going to talk about O.J. Simpson's financials just in case he gets out of jail. What does life look like for him? We talk about that in just a few moments. All right, and to that end, the undefeated senior NFL writer Jason Reed joins us now. So, Jason, you and I talked about this, and so walk me through this. The NFL and society at large, if we are just discussing their opinions, have seemingly turned their back on O.J. He is a bit of a pariah. So if this former sports superstar is released, where does he fit into society?
Well, he's notorious. He's still a celebrity, so...
On that, his notoriety. You were explaining to me financially how he still could be set up. Do you think that he could make a living off of being O.J. Simpson?
Yeah, Cari, I do, because as you know, we're in this age where reality TV...
Our Ryan Smith, our legal analyst, says if he were a betting man, he thinks that O.J. will be paroled today after spending 9 years in prison, which was the minimum on the sentence. I bring it back to L.A. because USC still displays his Heisman. What type of relationship will he have with that school? Okay, Jason Reed talking to us about life outside of prison for O.J. Simpson and where he would fit in society and the relationships he may or may not have. Thank you so much for joining us here on SportsCenter Coast to Coast. That I got from our researcher, Brian Larson. I want to give him a shout out. If, in fact, this signing does go through, 8 of the last 9 MVPs will meet if the Cavs and the Warriors play in the finals.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
They're loaded, that's for sure. All right, we got to get out of the way. Jeremy Shep, special edition of Outside the Lens right now.
Okay. Was as impressive, I was.